Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel, The Healing Playlist, where I like to talk about music sometimes and I like to talk about wellness. Sometimes I tie these two subjects together, um, and sometimes I talk about them separately. But hello, and I hope everyone is doing good. And thank you for watching this video. First and foremost, my name is Desi. I'm the host. I'm the host with the most. Can If you can't see, Tupac is in the background to get the spirit lifted. But when thinking about a topic of my next YouTube video, I've sat on this idea for a couple of days and wanted to get the word out that it's time to put in work. I think, well, no, I know, right? We all have these beautiful minds and we all have different religions, we all have different beliefs, and we put those into practice by praying, meditating them, and being wishful. Whatever your background is, that is up to you. I'm not here to tell you if it's right or wrong. I'm just here to tell you my what I believe. So I believe that there is a higher supreme by the name of God. I've known this since I was young. I've always felt a connection to this higher spiritual being, that there is afterlife, there are consequences that we will have to pay at the end of our life, at our end of our life. So I've always had an idea that there is a God. And of course, as I've gotten older, I grew up Catholic, decided later on in life that I wanted to go to a, a Christian church, which I did, and then ended up not having a okay experience with it, so falling out of religion in a way. But still knowing that there's a God, not losing faith, still praying, still reading my Bible whenever I get a chance. So with that being said, I also enjoy talking about God to certain friends and certain family members when they enjoy the topic, or if they enjoy the topic. And the story that I'm about to tell, I'm pretty much try to summarize it as much as I can. But between one of me and a close person in my life, we always talk about God. We always talk about prayers, along with knowing that God's gonna send something our way. Like we're both big believers, in other words, right? And this person hit a hit a wall currently in what they're going through in life. And from everything I've told this individual, as when it comes to advice, I thought about it. I thought about what is the biggest piece from this person's situation that they're going to. What is it that there has to be learned? That's something that I can communicate to the viewers. And essentially is God wants you to do the work. I think it's important for us to educate ourselves on reading the Bible, reading whatever public or book that is tied to your religion. But I think it's important, of course, for us to read on what our faith is. Along with, I think it's important to be kind to one and another, regardless of our backgrounds. I also believe it is okay to go to your church, your temple, whatever it may be, every now and then. I get it, some of us might not have the time to do it, but I think it is important to go to church. And with that being said, I look at church, and I keep on using referencing as church, but if you want, like fill in the blank. But I think with us going to church is like a school, along with doing your homework by reading the Bible. It's like going to class, right? You're reading the textbook, you're going to the class, and that's it. I think when it comes to life, is that God wants you to put in the work. So, yes, go to church, go to wherever you want to worship, do whatever makes you happy. If that's outside of religion, maybe attending, volunteering, or something. But I think by us putting in the work, such as uh, doing community service, donating, along with doing acts of good service, not to gain anything, just to do it out of the goodness of your heart, as much as you can, is what God wants you to do by putting in the work. And of course, there may be other ways that what I'm listening to that ex- that might be different from, because I'm just thinking of what type of work I would imagine God you'd want us to do. And I do believe it's through community service. I do believe that it is being kind to others, and those are the two main giveaways that I think what we need to do. As if you come across this video, is that you have to give back. If you pray on something, if you're praying on something like, I don't know, getting a promotion, yes, of course, work your butt off at work, but also to give back to your community, do community service, give back to whichever uh, nonprofit organization you can. But I think it's important that you have to put in the work by doing something like physical, like whether it's volunteering or whatever. Like, I think it's important that we have to do that too. And we have to keep that in mind, is that when we're praying, it is important to read or pray however much as you require, but it's also important to do good and be good to your community. Whether what community, that's up for you to decide on how you want to give back. But I truly believe it is our mission to put in the work that we are here for, because we live in a world where everyone takes, but there are few that give back. And I'm sharing this message in hopes that this may inspire at least one person. And I hope that's either with donating or either volunteering, whatever it may be. I'll leave that up to your judgment. But just to spark this flame in your mind to realize that you need to do the work outside of your belief. And I say that in the most kindful way. And I'm not saying that if you're already doing any of these, then good job. It's good for you. Um, but that's the message that I have for you all today. Let me know if you're doing anything currently by putting in the work, or let me know if you have any ideas that can help out others that are wanting to put in the work. But I thank you all for watching this, and like, share, comment, subscribe, whichever you may want. But thank you for tuning in for this episode, and I love y'all. Have a good one.